Hello everyone, welcome to Task IAS. Today we are starting a new unit of ethics, that is attitude. Here are some subtopics that are mentioned in our syllabus. So we will cover each one of them one by one. Firstly, what is attitude? Attitude is individual's internal choice or internal tendency towards any situation, people or society. Thus, attitude is a mental structure or mental phenomena that guides individuals' behavior in a particular direction because it is a predisposition. Means here individually not reacting, but it's a one step before that reaction where mind is thinking that I should do this or I should do that. An attitude can be positive or negative, or it can be neutral also. For example, I hate men who speaks lie. This shows attitude of an individual. And always remember, attitude has some judgmental component, because earlier we have discussed about values also mentally guided, but in values there is not judgment component. So thus values are neutral, but attitude has some component, that is it may be positive, negative or neutral. They are always neutral. Here neutral shows that may be positive to negative, or then in central it is neutral. Here it is neutral in that sense, but here there is no judgment at all. Thus values are also mental constructs of an individual which guides individual behavior like attitude, but in attitude there is always a judgment component mentioned. For example, I respect people who speaks truth. Here some judgment regarding truth, because he consider that truth is good. Here he consider lie is bad. Here corruption is bad, honesty is best policy. But here it shows its value because he is not targeting anyone. He is not saying that I respect this person or that person. So I think you have cleared these words. If you have not clear, then look again, because these terms initially confused me. That's why I am explaining to you. Firstly, values. Now consider someone values that good health or fitness is a value for him because he gives importance to these factors. Now, belief. He has some belief by observation that people who are going gym regularly, they have good health or good fitness. He has this belief because he has observed these things. Now attitude. His attitude now is that gym is good for health. This is attitude. Now behavior. If he has positive attitude now then this attitude will guide his action. So his action will be that he will join gym. I hope so. Now your doubts are clear that in values there is no judgment anywhere. In attitude there is judgment that gym is good for health or for fitness purpose. In belief, from observation we have found that if someone is going for gym, then he has good health or fitness. Thus you can say that belief is a earlier stage of attitude, and attitude is earlier stage of behavior. Now in continuation of our topic, that is attitude, we have described what is attitude. Then we have understood some basic differences to make you clear understand that what is attitude. Now how can we change a person's attitude, or attitudes can they be changed, or they are permanent or static in nature? So due to influence of society, here society includes your family, government, state actions, all factors are included in society, including your religious aspects, etc. So due to external factors, you can mention this point, due to external factors we can develop positive, negative or neutral attitude towards many things. Because I may have negative attitude towards short heighted people, or someone who is very conservative, who has may have negative attitude towards working women. So if these are negative attitude, but whether they are allowed to be work in modern society, because he have to change these beliefs or these mental construct of him to survive in that society. So he needs to change to a positive attitude, especially towards working women, because this is needed for women empowerment or to establish equality in society. So here are various techniques to change person's attitude. For example, one of them is persuasion. So we will discuss these techniques later, but here if you have a short note on what is attitude, then you can write about what is attitude with some example, and then you can mention that attitudes are dynamic in nature. Now this is mentioned in our syllabus, that attitude and its content. From UPSC last year questions, we can analyze that UPSC has not directly asked about content, but these are some points, or you can see if you have to write some examples in case studies, that you can consider a case study, that if you are a district magistrate in a district where open defecation cases are very high, so how you can change attitude of those people towards open defecation or using toilets. UPSC has a tendency to ask these type of questions. So that time you can write that you have to work on conscious attitude, you have to work on subconscious attitude. So these points will help you to write many points, because you can't write whole answer in one line or in one sentence, and your answer should look that it has multiple points. For example, explicit, now you can classify its attitude content in 2 points. Firstly, explicit attitude, which is visible outside also, and person is aware that he has this attitude. For example, if someone knows that in exam whether he knows any answers or not, but he is not able to cheat, so he has this negative attitude towards cheating and he wants to work honestly. Now secondly, implicit attitude. So this is that type of attitude which is even an individual is unaware that he has this attitude, and this can't be judged from outside also easily. For example, if you go in a village area, especially to a state like Haryana and Punjab, then you can easily notice that not only male but females also have positive attitude towards patriarchy, because that have internalized in them, and even they are not aware that they believe in patriarchy, because sometimes old women argue that even if a female is or a woman is beaten by his husband, this is right, or this is valid, this is morally right. So these are implicit attitude, because they are not aware. And even sometimes women who is beaten up in this case, she don't know that she is also a victim of patriarchal attitude. So these are some of examples. Now, structure of attitude. What are the different components within attitude? These content, structure, these are very similar words, so you don't have to much bother about these terms. You should understand how you can develop multiple points from these components. So there are three components. Firstly, cognitive component. Cognitive is that part of our brain where person's knowledge, learning, belief, thoughts that help him to decide his attitude or his predisposition to act in a particular way towards that object or that situation. So that is cognitive part. For example, if someone knows that from various data, various research papers, that sports person are very healthy, they had no issue of blood pressure or heart disease, etc., they are very fine. From his scientific knowledge or data or research papers, etc., you can say this. So this is cognitive part because he has utilized his knowledge here. Secondly, affective part. How your emotions, your feelings can behave your attitude towards a particular object. For example, consider she is a daughter of a father and his father earlier don't have that positive attitude towards sports, but now when his girl is participating in national games, now he has developed that positive attitude towards sports because here his love, his affection towards daughter has contributed in making positive attitude. So this is another example of affective component. Now third is behavioral component. Here, how your experience earlier or observation of others behavior that help in making your attitude towards any object. For example, earlier one sport person was your friend and you felt that everyone liked him because of his fitness, because even you can observe that who is smart looking, who is look very fit and fine, everyone like him. So this is the third component, that is behavior, and due to this he has developed positive attitude towards sports. So these are three different components. You can use these different components in every example. For example, if Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is there, now you can use cognitive component, that is you can show knowledge in village areas, that how if you have high sanitation, then that will help in making you to disease free. Secondly, affective component, you can use some celebrity to show that girls should use sanitary napkins for their good reproductive health. So these examples shows that here if you are using celebrity, then you are working on emotional aspect of those individual. Now thirdly, in behavioral component, if you can observe from TV channels or newspapers that leaders are taking bamboo stick and cleaning roads, but they want that others behavior towards cleaning should be positive and everyone should consider that cleaning is a good thing and they should work by themselves for cleaning. So these are some of examples how you can write structure of attitude, and you can write these examples later in other case studies or other examples where someone has asked, for example, how to change attitude towards Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, how behavioral component has make Swachh Bharat Abhiyan a success. Now functions of attitude. This is part of our internal structure, mental structure, that help in deciding some decisions or behavior in a particular way. Thus attitude has some functions. Firstly, knowledge function. If we know someone's attitude, then we can guess that this should be his behavior or action in those circumstances. For example, if I know that person A is very religious, then if I meet him in the morning at 7 a.m., I can consider that he is going for a temple or church or a mosque. Then we can say that attitude provides knowledge to others about you. Secondly, ego defensive function. Ego defensive, it means that attitude help us to protect our self-esteem because it gives us an excuse that I want this thing, but something bad happened due to another person's mistake, not my fault. There is not my fault. So this helps in ego defensive function. For example, if I say that I have failed in exam because not of my mistake but mistake of others who guided me, because of my seniors mistake, because of coaching institutes misguided me. So here we have developed some negative attitude towards our senior, towards coaching institutes. So by developing negative attitudes, we are protecting our ego, we are protecting our self-confidence. Now thirdly, ego expressive function. Our attitude towards a particular thing help us to express our values. For example, if someone is behaving in a particular way to a dog in a street, for example, if someone is hugging a dog, then you can say that that person is believing values like love, sympathy towards animals. So attitude also express your values. Now social acceptance function. If you have positive attitude towards women empowerment, you want that they should go outside, they should participate in economic, political, every sphere, and they should give an equal opportunity as given to men, then you will be respected in society. But if you have negative attitude, then most probably you will be discarded by society. Now this shows that if you have positive attitudes where society also wants that you should have this attitude, it means if you have favorable attitudes what exactly society wants, then your acceptance by society will be higher. So that's all for today. Next topic I will start in next session. If you have any query, doubt or any suggestion, you can comment below. And if you like our lectures, then you can subscribe to Task IAS. That's all for today. Thank you so much.